question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers. Next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to North Carolina and the bustling city of Charlotte as we welcome you inside Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers. So good to have you on board with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen here. Greg, you look at the marquee, it's a lot of offensive stars here. I'm looking at the other side. Defenses better show up here if you want to walk out with a win.
Yeah, I think the burden, of course, lies on the players, particularly the players in the secondaries of both of these teams. They're going to have moments where they've got to win one-on-one, as you said, against some of the top offensive skill players in the league. But I also feel like there's a lot on the shoulders of this defensive coordinator. Can you change up coverages, change up looks, make it difficult pre- and post-snap, not only on these wide receivers and skill players, but also on the guy with the ball in his hand, calling the shots, playing quarterback.
Velus Jones now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Panthers coming out, and they're led by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Rocky rookie season for the #1 overall pick out of Alabama. But, Greg, here's the guy the Panthers hope can get this franchise going in the right direction.
When he was taken as the first overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from a rookie year that had its ups and downs. He has all the talent in the world. Now he's got to go out and just capture it and make it happen.
And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
On first down, it's right back to Hubbard. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Hubbard. He'll take this down to the 47. It was Marshawn Nealon there to stop him. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Out of the shotgun, Young. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback, veteran, he's 6'3", out of Central Michigan. It's Cooper Rush.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man open, that's Tolbert. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. He'll get this down to the 44, but that's about it. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Rush. That's complete to Cavante Turpin. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Rush. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Now Dowdle. Oh, yeah. Powerful running there, stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing is Rush. Open man, that's the veteran Cooks. Here's 3rd and 2. Now Rush. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He knocks it through. The Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Young. He'll get that to his tight end. That's Ja'Tavion Sanders. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw is Young. Open man downfield is Legette. And he will score. Xavier Legette, touchdown Carolina.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. He's got it. Panthers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Cavante Turpin on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing is Rush. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, but I don't think it's going to be his last.
To throw is Rush. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Cavante Turpin. Touchdown, Dallas. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Now Young. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
From the gun here on third. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Here's Johnny Hecker now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Rush to throw. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. One quarter in the books. 14-7 is our score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now here's a keeper on the zone read.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Now a 3rd and 2. On the ground, it's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance. But I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough. And they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
1st and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run with Dowdle. And that'll go for a gain of about 4 to Devian Clowney there in run support. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll look to throw. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Got his man at the 6. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A run on 1st and goal. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Now this looks like a design run. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. That is caught, and he's in. Brandon Cooks, touchdown Cowboys. His 2nd touchdown of this 1st half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. The kick is good. The Cowboys will take a 21-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Young. They'll set up the screen here to Hubbard. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now he'll air one out, and he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get...
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
The Cowboys offense and veteran Brandon Cooks getting set for this next possession. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This pass right side taken in by Cooks. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Here's Rush. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Rush from out of the pistol. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's got another one. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Dallas. What a half he is putting together. That's his 3rd touchdown already. This is turning into a monster game. Let's keep an eye on this. 3 touchdown catches alone in the first half. Could be a record-setting game. Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Panthers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Out of the shotgun, Young. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Young to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put them in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
3rd and long. This time they stay on the ground. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. On comes the punter now as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Now fair catch, signal for, and made here at about the 43-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Cooper Rush back on the field. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Throwing is Rush. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
A short throw caught by Ferguson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Rush. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now Rush. one is brought in. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. But there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes, on point with his receivers right throughout, and continuing to master running and executing this offense. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. To the left side, caught by Lamb. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Xavier Woods there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Throwing is Rush. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Panthers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Young hands it to Hubbard. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. Another run here with Hubbard. Finding room at the 35. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. On the ground, this is Hubbard. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down is Young. That's to the right, caught by Sanders. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Young. That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And really nice catch here by Leggett, and these are the weapons that they're trying to continue to surround Bryce Young with. He didn't have a lot to work with his rookie year, and now in comes a 1st-round draft pick. Big, physical, great with the ball in his hands, can really go up and compete. It took him a few years at South Carolina to put it all together. But this past season as a senior, 2nd in the SEC in receiving yards with over 1,200. So this is a guy that has big playability, and he's going to be a big part of this Panthers offense going forward. You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
Jatavian Sanders was the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down. Young. He's got his tight end, Sanders. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. So it'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job here by the defense. They understood this quarterback is looking to push this ball downfield past the line to gain, and he's got no choice but to check it down short to the tight end, rally tackle, and brings up 4th down.
Piñeiro's kick is good. And the Panthers are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So Piñeiro had the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back out to kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. Because at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes. You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
Rush to throw. A quick slant taken by Lamb. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
To the ground, a first down run. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there, no gain.
To throw is Rush. The open man is Tolbert. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense and their back, Chuba Hubbard, set to come back on the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Young. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag. Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stick with him again. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Now they'll set up to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. On 1st and 10, here's Young. He'll tuck it and take off. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
He's got his tight end. That's Sanders. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
There's a short one caught by Sanders. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. To throw, Young. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
That into the hands of Hubbard.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. That is caught. What a throw. Ja'Tavion Sanders. Touchdown, Panthers. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Pinheiro on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Panthers are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. On the give, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Cowboys. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Now Dowdle, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. He will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. On 4th down, it is Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey for the Dallas field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Raheem Blackshear on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. A throw there, caught by Leggett. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. He'll dump this down to Hubbard. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll go. Young. And that ball picked off. It's the ball hawk, Trayvon Diggs again. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Ho, 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 ho!